Have you ever noticed how some days you can spend hours tackling one massive, intellectually demanding project, and even though you are tired at the end of it, you feel a deep sense of accomplishment and a strange kind of clean energy? Yet on other days, you do almost nothing of substance, but get constantly interrupted by emails, text messages, and quick questions. And by 5 o'clock, you feel absolutely hollowed out, physically exhausted, and mentally completely wrecked. It is a bizarre paradox of the modern workplace that doing less actual deep work can somehow cost us infinitely more energy, leaving us feeling like we have run a marathon when all we did was sit in a chair and click on colourful icons. The reason this happens is not because you are lazy, and it is not because you lack mental stamina, but rather because your nervous system has an ancient fundamental design flaw. It simply cannot tell the difference between something that is genuinely urgent and something that is merely loud. Your evolutionary wiring was designed to protect you from immediate physical threats, like a predator rustling in the bushes, but today that same ancient threat detection software is being triggered by a tiny red notification badge on your phone screen, a vague, context-free message from your boss that simply says, "Can we talk?" triggers the exact same chemical cascade as a threat to your survival. An inbox count that climbs relentlessly into the hundreds, a constant stream of pinging chat messages, a phone vibrating in your pocket. Your body treats every single one of these minor digital interruptions the exact same way it treats a genuine physical emergency. Your heart rate ticks upward, your breathing becomes shallow, cortisol floods your bloodstream, and your cognitive focus immediately narrows to prepare you to fight or flee. When we look at the real cost of this constant interruption, we realise that the exhaustion is not about how big the demands on your time actually are. It is about how many times in a single day your body had to spike into this survival alert mode and then try to crawl its way back down to baseline. Every single notification is a tiny microscopic shock to your system, forcing a sudden surge of adrenaline and a rapid shift in attention. The true energy drain isn't the split second it takes to read a message. The true drain is the immense biological effort required to calm your nervous system back down afterward. That coming down part, the slow transition from high alert panic back to a state of focused safety, is the most metabolically expensive thing your body can do. And because the modern digital world delivers these interruptions every few minutes, most of us never actually give our nervous systems the quiet, uninterrupted time required to finish that recovery process. We spend our entire day in a state of chronic low-grade physiological panic, constantly restarting the recovery clock before it ever has a chance to hit zero. If we want to reclaim our energy and our focus, we have to realise that the goal of productivity is not to do less work or to shy away from hard challenges. Instead, the goal must be to aggressively reduce the number of false alarms we allow into our lives. You do not need to escape your responsibilities. You simply need to quiet the noise. This means shifting your environment so that you are in control of when information reaches you. You can batch your notifications so they only arrive at 3 specific times a day instead of constantly dripping into your awareness. You can ruthlessly turn off notifications for any app or channel that does not require an absolute same-minute human response. By doing this, you are not being unhelpful or unresponsive. You are actively protecting your biology and giving your nervous system far fewer reasons to sound the alarm. We are going to be exploring this dynamic and looking at the science of focus all week long, breaking down the psychological and physiological toll of the hyperconnected workplace. Then, on Friday, I am going to walk you through exactly what a highly productive, deeply focused, and entirely low-stress day looks like when you actually build these protective boundaries directly into your schedule.